Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Starry Tarot. My name is Sophie. For those of you who may be new here, thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, good to see you and welcome back. And we have received a donation. Thank you so very much, love. We received a donation from Miss Marissa. Hi, Juliet. How are you doing, love? Marissa, thank you so much. Marissa, were you interested in did you want a 10 card reading or did you have 2 questions? And today we are using the absolutely adorable Magical Girl Tarot deck based on Sailor Moon. It's adorable. I found it on Etsy. Kaio Clubhouse is the name of the artist there, if anyone is interested in these adorable cards. A 10 card, you got it, my love. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. Who is coming towards me this month for love or friendship? Okay, I can't answer that question in the sense that I can't tell you who specifically, like Bob or John or Alice. Like, I don't know the individual people in your life. But what tarot can answer is what is coming towards you in love and friendship for the upcoming month, if you would like to ask it that way. And if there is a romantic partner, they will describe how you will meet them, if you know them already, what they look like. Same with friendship. You got it, Marissa. And please remind me, what is your sign again? No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, hun. It's all good. All good. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of this month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of this month? Your Gemini. Shanna! Hey, Shanna, how are you doing, love? Long time no see. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the remainder of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the remainder of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love? Actually, you know what, Marissa? I know I just encanted, but I have a better idea. Because you're asking about love or friendship, do you want me to do 5 cards for love and 5 for friendship, or do you just want me to freestyle and do 10 cards for both? Your choice. You're reading your choice. Just a suggestion. I could do that too. You got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in both love and friendship for the remainder of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards love and friendship, or what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the remainder of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, What is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Marissa in love and friendship for the rest of the month? All right, Miss Gemini. Let's see here. And we just received a donation from Miss Shanna. Thank you, Shanna, so much for your donation. Let me quickly add you here to the queue. You will be next. Okay. All right, Marissa, let's see. We have 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles reversed, Temperance, Ace of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups, and 10 of Swords. Okay, this is interesting. I don't want to say just right off the bat that you're not on the right path to creating or to create to establishing new friendships or new romantic partners. I don't want to just say that right off the bat because I haven't analyzed each card, but at first glance, that is what appears to be. That is what I'm appearing to. What it appears to look like. But of course, we're going to dig deep, go through every card. Basically, like the overarching message that I'm immediately seeing is you absolutely have the potential to make new friends and to meet a romantic partner, but you are likely not doing the right things or on the right trajectory to that happening. It's not about you, it's about your actions. And we'll get into this right here. We've got the 5 of Wands with the 6 of Swords reversed. 5 of Wands is indicative of conflict. Sorry, I just got real quiet there. 5 of Wands isn't, and I know my mic can be a little low, so I need to remember to be loud. 5 of Wands is indicative of conflict. In this case, this is in your instance, in this reading, I'm seeing this as internal conflict, repetition of actions that either repetition of actions that are not serving you in facilitating meeting a new romantic partner or new friendships or even like reestablishing old friendships. It's not that it's impossible, but there's certain actions that you are habitually taking that are preventing that from happening sooner than later, and or there are certain actions that you are not taking that would enable that would facilitate new friendships and a new romance sooner than later, which is what we want to see. I'm assuming. And then with this 6 of Swords reversed, this is what I'm saying in regards to repetition of things, certain actions that may not be serving you, or something that may be stopping you from putting yourself, I hate to use this metaphor, but like putting yourself in like the bullseye, the target zone for meeting a romantic partner and or meeting new friends, establishing new friendships, and or strengthening ones that have weakened. 6 of Swords being reverse in its reverse form being a failure to move on, a failure to, or at the current time, what it could be subconscious to you. It could be something that you're not really recognizing, but something that is pertinent to meeting new friends and meeting a new romantic partner, because those things, they do just happen organically. Sometimes we meet friends, just on the job. Sometimes we meet a romantic partner when we're like running errands, um, but it doesn't happen as likely. Back in the day it did, but nowadays organic meetings are, and I know you didn't specify an organic meeting, but I'm just saying in general organic meetings are um, less common than they used to be, um, which isn't to say that you're not going to meet someone. It just means that there are different ways of meeting people. um, for instance, like I really needed new friends, and I realized my job wasn't going to help me because I work in classrooms and I do tarot. I've established some friendships with my local starlings, but my job isn't something that like puts me in a position where it's easy for me to meet people. I don't already have an established friend group. You may already have one. That's a good ticket. We'll get into that. Um, I just realized that I wasn't in a position where, or like I'm not in school. Just there's certain environments and like even times that are conducive to making those to having those things happen. So I started going to synagogue. I'm going tonight. I have to end the live stream at 4:30 because I'm going to synagogue tonight and I'm meeting my friends. And when I first started going to synagogue about a year ago, I had 0 friends. I now have more friends than I have fingers, and I'm so happy to say. Repetition, regularly putting myself in the metaphorical line of fire, so to speak. I've met tons of new people. I've met tons of new friends, and I continue to. The more people I meet, the more people I meet with them. It's almost like a viral thing, and it is organic. But I did do my research, and I did like create an actual like path to establishing that, and that's what I'm seeing here. This Ace of Pentacles reverse and this Five of Swords is that the foundations right now for starting a new friendship or starting a new relationship have not been established. Not my opinion, it's just what I'm seeing in tarot here. And you may go to church or whatever your religion is. You may go, you may be a part of a community where you're regularly seeing and meeting new people. But that's really the ticket, especially if you don't want, to meet someone just online, like through a dating app. That is a tool, and I do recommend that people use dating apps, even though they have their negative qualities. They do have their positive qualities as well. Um, but it's one of the tools in meeting new people. It's not the be all end all. And this Ace of Pentacles reversed with this Ten of Swords, Spirit is saying that the foundations have not been laid yet. You've not laid the foundations yet, whatever those foundations are, in regards to meeting new people. And old ways need to come to an end. With this Ten of Swords here, Ten of Swords being a completion, something coming to an end. Either if you feel kind of shy and you're more of an introvert, you're Gemini, so I would find that hard to believe, but you might be more of an introverted Gemini and you find it hard to socialize in communities or circles or environments where there's new people that you can meet. That's something that you'll have to push through. If you are in a community where you are meeting lots of people, but they're not new, they're all people you know, then it's about stepping outside of it might be about stepping outside of your comfort zone if what you're looking for is someone new. which I don't know. I don't know if you're looking necessarily for new friends or old friends, to, to and romantic partners. But we've got this Five of Cups, and this Ace of Cups reverse is also telling me that that foundation that Spirit is talking about hasn't been laid yet. Five of Cups being the feeling of loss, could definitely be seen as a feeling of isolation. Ace of Cups reversed is I usually see this card as being a reminder to love oneself, to be one's own best friend, as hard as that can be. We do only have ourselves at the end of the day when it comes down to it, to the very, very nitty gritty. It's a really nihilistic philosophical statement to make, but one of my philosophy teachers in high school said it's true. Even if we die with someone holding us, we're still just us. We still have to love ourselves. We'll always have ourselves. Whereas with others, it will be temporal. And I'm not saying that you don't enjoy your own company, Marissa, and I don't think that's what Spirit's saying either. But I think what Spirit is saying is the more you focus on self-love, the more that shit radiates. It really does. And I'll tell you a little secret, or not a secret, a little story, an observation. I don't know if you've made or noticed, but when I'm in a new relationship, all of a sudden, dudes be coming out of the woodwork like termites. Like it's crazy. I get exes calling me up. Like I don't post it on my Instagram or anything that I'm dating someone, but and it's not even like people know each other. Like my exes don't even have mutual friends. Exes come out of the woodwork. New guys start just like talking to me out of nowhere. That's because I'm radiating love. Yes, it's not self-love because I'm in love with someone, but when you're in love with someone, that ish radiates. It literally radiates. People pick up on that energy. It's crazy. It's wild, but it's real. And if you can harness that energy that you feel when you're in love with someone for yourself, excuse me, that excitement, that vivacity, that promise, that optimism, that radiates. People are drawn to that. People are really drawn to that. And then we have this Three of Pentacles reversed with this Six of Cups. I don't know if you're working right now, and I don't know. I assume you're working right now, but I don't know what kind of environment it is. But when it comes to work, Spirit is saying that it's not a good environment to facilitate a new romantic relationship nor a new platonic relationship, with this being in its reverse form. In fact, there might even be some toxicity within the area in which you attain finances. Thank you very much, Brian, for your donation, my dear friend. Let me quickly go ahead and add you here to the list. Sorry, Marissa, just give me one sec. And then we have this Three of Pentacles reversed, but we do have this beautiful Six of Cups right underneath. Six of Cups being communication, warm exchanges. And thank you so much, Brian, for your additional donation. If you want to skip the list, if you have donated over PayPal, Venmo, or Cashapp, if you donate an additional $5, you will be bumped to the top of the list. If you donate using SuperChat, like Brian did, if you donate an additional $7, you will get to skip the list. All right. Thank you very, very much, Brian. All right. So we've got this 3 of Pentacles reversed, and yeah, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is definitely, when I turned that card, I smiled. There's definitely a very warm energy surrounding that. And this is what and that's kind of what I was saying at the beginning. It's not like it's nothing to do with you, Marissa. The fact, I don't want to say it's a fact, but it's the likelihood of you meeting a new romantic partner or a new friend, like someone who you haven't met before, between now and the end of this month. As the energies stand right now, it looks less likely. It doesn't look very likely. But it has it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with your environment and structural things within your actions or inactions, changing your routine, putting yourself in new environments, because you're a shining star. You're Gemini. I love Leos and Gemini. Those are my 2 favorite signs. And I'm not just saying that because Brian's a Leo too. No, Leo and Gemini are genuinely my 2 favorite signs. And Geminis are talkers. Y'all are known to be talkers for sure. Never met one that wasn't. And you're very, very charismatic, very charming. It's got nothing to do with you, Marissa. It's not like, oh, Marissa's not worthy of new friendship or isn't worthy of a new guy. It couldn't be farther from the truth. You absolutely are worthy, and I always save the best for last. As I hope you know already, you are absolutely worthy of new love and new friendship, both, not just one or the other, but both. Anyone would be so lucky to be your friend, to call you their friend. Anyone would be so lucky to call you their partner. And Spirit is saying that as it currently stands right now, you're not in the best position to meet someone new. However, with some alterations, some adjustments, with this Temperance card, their wish fulfillment will be coming towards you with this beautiful 9 of Cups. So I wouldn't say that you're on the wrong path per se, as I stated before I analyzed the cards, Marissa. It's not that you're on the wrong path. I don't want to call it the wrong path. You're a wonderful woman. Don't change a single thing about yourself. Spirit is simply saying, stay Marissa, stay you. Don't change a damn thing about you because you're fantastic. You just might want to explore new territories that will put you in the pathway of finding that new partner, of finding those new friends. Tisha, hey Tisha, how are you doing, girl? Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you as always. And hope that brought you some clarity. And I feel great. I feel really good about the springtime for everyone. I really feel like some good changes are coming. All right, we got Brian on deck. Brian, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Marissa. You're very welcome. It resonated. All right, that's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. Is as long as it resonated. Yeah, that you're definitely, you'll be making new friends, Miss Gemini. You guys are great at it. Hey Brian, what's up? Let's see. You've already posted your question. Thank you. How will things go between my dad and Jeff when we all meet up on Wednesday for the jam session? Oh, great. You guys have got something together. Rad. Okay. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday during the jam session? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how will things go between Brian's dad and Jeff on Wednesday? Okay, Brian. We have the Sun reversed, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords reversed, King of Pentacles, and Strength reversed. Do Jeff and your dad have some kind of history together? That's not super cool. Because this doesn't... We've definitely got the Father card here. Well, in my opinion, there's 2 Father cards in the deck of 78. The Emperor. And I guess you could call any of the King cards the Father card, but the King of Pentacles is really like dad energy. I would definitely call that your father's energy. I don't know your dad. They've been in bands together. Okay, they've been in bands together before. So it's going to be a reunion of sorts. What's concerning me here is we have both the Sun reversed and Strength reversed. These cards are both indicating or suggesting possible feelings of, dare I say, rivalry, competitiveness. Doesn't feel mean-spirited. It's been a while since they've been in a band together, hasn't it? I guess a while is kind of a broad term. A while could be, a month for someone. It could be a few years for someone. But I feel like it's been like maybe a couple of years since they've been in a band together. My dad is dealing with a DUI right now and some lawsuits from work. Okay. So he's going through it. And what's your dad's sign? You're the Leo. We got Strength reversed here. I feel like this is your energy. I feel like work's gonna get done, but in terms of productivity during the jam sesh, but it feels like they haven't seen each other in a little while, with this 2 of Swords reversed right in the center. The traditional art being the blindfolder. I was going to ask, is your dad a Leo too? Okay. Because I know that the King of Pentacles is not the Leo card. Strength is. No, you're a Leo as well. But the Leo is, as you know, is ruled by the Sun. And I know that the Sun is not the Leo's card, but I can't help but make that connection. Noticing both the Sun and Strength reversed here, it may as well be the King of Wands reversed, in my opinion. This feels very astrological. It feels so. We've got 2 Leos. What's Jeff's sign? Don't tell me there's 3 Leos. I mean, so if your dad's a Leo, he's got that competitive edge too. But it's good. It's needed, especially in creative endeavors. Healthy, not rivalry, but healthy competition. He's a Cancer, okay, so he's a little more sensitive. I think it's not going to go badly, Brian. It won't go badly. I do see things going smoothly. I at the very least am getting a vision of productivity, which is the point. But I do see a little bit of showmanship, comparison, and I'll repeat, that's not the worst thing, especially in when it comes to creatives and our endeavors. Having fellow artists to compare our work and our performance is crucial. It's absolutely necessary in growing as an artist and being one in general. So that is what I am seeing for you, Brian. Thank you very, very much, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, the vision I'm getting overall is one of productivity, which is good. Which is definitely the goal there. And we just received a donation from Miss Wendy. Yes, yeah, good in the sense of productive. I think that you guys are going to have a productive session. But I do think there's going to be a little bit of, again, it's not a bad thing. I'm just seeing it in the cards, just a little bit of rivalry between Jeff and your dad. It's not like mean spirited or saying mean words, but like showing off like different things and different abilities. But it's, in my opinion, that's a good thing. You know, I don't know about you, but I think that's definitely a good thing. Gets people going. All right, let's go ahead and add Miss Wendy. I'm so upset. I got a sandwich today from Whole Foods. They stopped making my favorite sandwich. B, so I tried their alternative veggie sandwich, and it said hummus and tomato. I was like, okay, great, that sounds good. They failed to mention that it also had onions and red bell peppers, and I hate both of those. So it was just like cucumbers and lettuce and tomato and hummus. The cheddar cheese one, I think they've stopped making it. My ultimate favorite is the Four Seasons caprese salad sandwich. That one's bomb ass. It's like $15, but it's worth it. It's really good. So, but I love it when it's on sale. That's when it's even more delicious. That's my ultimate favesies. But my go-to is the cheddar cheese, and I haven't seen it in like 3 days. I think they've stopped making it. Thank you for noticing, Wendy. I had a class this morning that was a portrait, and the artist wanted me to wear whatever I wanted. So I brought in a beautiful black Armani black satin dress with some beaded detail. I brought this fitted All Saints black dress. And then I wore this, and I'm like, I'm feeling cute. And then my suspender broke, but we got safety. And I'm like, I'm feeling cute. I'm just gonna wear this. I like it. Thank you for noticing, Wendy. I appreciate it. Miss Shanna, and you're very welcome, Brian. You're very welcome. Miss Shanna, thank you so much, love. Hi, Phyllis. Welcome, love. How are you? Shanna, I'm a Pisces. Will Tillo the Capricorn come back to work on our relationship? He asked for space after a bad argument, and it's been a couple days of no contact, giving things time to cool down. Shanna, did you want this to be a 10-card reading, or did you have more than one question? And I need to quickly grab something. Not something, but my charger. So the thing doesn't die. Then everything falls apart. Ten cards. You got it, love. You got it. busy, got a job at a university. They were on spring break, so I work tomorrow and next week. That's congratulations. Congratulations, Miss Phyllis. What was my fave of the outfits? This one. I mean, I love the two dresses, but this outfit, I don't know. I feel like Annie Hall or something. I love it. I love dressing like a little dude. It's fun. Okay. Let's get right on into this. Miss Shanna, who is a Pisces, asking if, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Tilo, Capricorn, to come back and work on the relationship. He asked for space after a bad argument. It's been a couple, I was going to ask how many days. Okay, it's been a couple of days. Okay, let's see how things look like right now. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo come back to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on improving their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to improve their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. Will Tilo return to Shanna to work on their relationship? Alright, love. We have 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Swords, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, the Sun reversed, 8 of Wands reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Cups, and 5 of Wands. Okay. Oh, this I see very clearly. So Tarot, you asked if he's going to come back. Essentially you asked what his future actions are going to be. Tarot is all about reading current energies as they stand. Free will is involved in everything. So we're really asking about what his free will is and what his free will looks like at this time. I'm not saying that things are not predictable 100%, but there are certainly some things in this life that are fated, but things are largely based on current energies as they stand. And you mentioned that you guys had an argument. You haven't heard from him or seen him in the past couple of days. I see this right here, the very first card with this 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is literally walking away from someone or something who you love. That is difficult, but it's something that, like, it's not easy. It's not. I don't want to say that him walking away, and I'm not making excuses for him either. I don't know what the argument was about, but him walking away and taking this space right now was not something that it may seem like it was the easy way out. It looks like it was, like, just walking away, turning away, but it was harder for him than you may think, because he's on a quest for clarity in this, within, not just within the connection, but also within himself, him as a man with the sun reversed. And over the past 2 days, since he's taken a step back, he hasn't gotten that clarity. All he's been experiencing is the grief of the separation, the argument that the two of you had, and what caused the argument, which could be one thing, it could be multiple things. Now, emotionally, it was difficult for him to walk away, but it was, part of it was, while a big part of it was like, I need time to walk away to think about if this connection is reparable, if I'm reparable, of which he hasn't gotten to, at least not yet. It's only been 2 days, and it's really it is frustrating for him, because he's not getting to that level of clarity, in regards to those answers. Like, where do I go from here with Shanna? If we do continue moving forward together, how do we move forward together? How do I change? Do I need to change in order to be with her? And if so, how do I change? Like, there's all these different variables going on in his mind right now, which is preventing him from communicating with you with this Eight of Wands reversed. It's like, if he, at this time, I don't want to say that he's still heated from the argument, but he's still emotionally tense and affected by the argument. And he's at a point currently where if he doesn't trust his communication with you. He doesn't trust picking up the phone and calling you or texting you, because he's afraid that he would either say the wrong thing or say something that may sound like one thing but means another, or say something that may sound mean. He doesn't want to communicate with you at this time unless it's going to be of an effective nature, and I'll get to the reason in just a moment there. But that's another big reason for this Eight of Wands situation that's going on right now with the two of you not communicating. He is concerned that, and I don't know how long the two of you have been together, but he is concerned about the future for you and him with this Ten of Swords and Three of Pentacles reversed. The good news is that if he wasn't concerned, that would show that he didn't care about you, and that would show that he didn't care about the relationship. But he does. He does. Ultimately, he does not want this to fail. He doesn't want this to end, but it is something that concerns him, and he does recognize with this Three of Pentacles reversed that there's something that fundamentally is not working. That either he's doing or not doing, or that the both of you are doing or not doing, or that you're doing or not doing. But there's something that one of the two of you is either doing or not doing that is compromising the functionality of the relationship itself, the stability of the relationship, its foundations, and its future. Now, why is he concerned about this relationship possibly coming to an end? Because he loves you. I don't get to say that often. I really don't, Shannon. You know I don't BS. Like, I tell it like I see it. This isn't my opinion. This is just what the cards are saying. Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups. The man loves you. He absolutely has a cup of love for you. Now, I don't know what the argument was about. I don't know what his behavior is all about, because I feel like it has something to do with the type of behavior that he engages in. I could be wrong. But that's my suspicion here. Despite that, he does have a lot of love for you. He does consider you his queen. This isn't just any old queen. This is the Queen of Cups, right underneath the Ace of Cups. And you just typed something. Let me read it. He knows being with me will demand accountability and really looking in the mirror, and that's hard. He said he wants to be better for me, but I know he gets stuck in a loop of negativity. Precisely. I think that's a really good way of putting it, Shanna. I mean, you know the guy and you're in the relationship, but that's what I'm seeing is he genuinely does want this to work. He genuinely does want to improve himself, but he doesn't know how or if he's capable of doing that. Does he love you? I know that wasn't the question, but you may know already. He loves the hell out of you. He may show it in ways that are not legit, or ways that don't really gel with you, but I'm sure he does express it in ways that, or has expressed it in ways that do work for you. Beyond the love and affection he has for you, he also has deep desire for you and does want to make actionable change. It's not just something like, oh, I'm just gonna walk away because it's the easy way out. It looked like that, and it sounds like that at first glance. That's what it looks and sounds and smells like. But no, when we look deeper, it was tough for him. It is tough. This time right now is tough for him. I can almost promise you, he's not like laughing with his buddies right now. He's going through a tough time. He's going through a tough time trying to figure things out. And the king isn't any old king here. This is the king of wands, the man of action. Wands being the realm of action. This is someone who wants to take action, and secondly, it's someone who really has a thing for you. Has a lot of desire for you, and so he's conflicted with this Five of Wands. He's ultimately conflicted because, as I mentioned, he does want it. He loves you so much. He loves the hell out of you. So this being disconnected from you, not being able to communicate with you, is difficult for him, as I'm sure it is for you. I'm not making excuses for him or his behavior, but it is hard for him. But at the same time, with this Five of Wands, the conflict is, despite wanting to talk to you, just get it all out. He knows that he's likely in a place right now where if he did just get it all out, it might not. He would likely say the wrong thing or say something that could possibly compromise the connection further, which is something he doesn't want. My answer is this a yes or a solid yes or no? No, it doesn't appear to be a solid yes or no. It appears, but it looks highly likely. Highly likely. I'd be very surprised if he didn't come back to you, Shanna. I'd be very surprised, based on his energies right now. Yes, he doesn't have a plan of action as it stands at this moment. We talked about that. He doesn't, but is it on his mind? Yes, absolutely. And it's only been 2 days, and it's already so hard for him not being able to talk to you. I find it really hard to believe that he can withstand much more time. So not only do I strongly believe that he's going to come back to you, but I think it's going to happen sooner than you think, sooner than later. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and your patience and your kindness, and you'll get through this, sweetheart. And I love that you maintain those boundaries. You identified your boundaries. You're not just going to take him back willy-nilly. That's great it's fantastic that he loves you as deeply as he does, but love only goes so far. You've got to, actions speak louder than words, and he knows that too. With that King of Wands, he does recognize that, and he's aware of your boundaries. So you stay strong. You're already really, really strong. That's a tough one, maintaining those boundaries, but you're so strong. I know you can do it. Again, love and light to you. Thank you so much. Miss Wendy, thank you for your donation, girl. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. This week went by so quickly. I think I was just super busy. Hey, Sophie, so I asked Samuel to call the restaurant and put the restaurant and put the reservation under my name. I mentioned that it's too bad he lives too far away to come to dinner to get his reaction. How did he feel when I put that out there? Okay. Interesting. I was thinking more about that today. It's funny. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned that it was too bad he lived too far? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned to him that it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned to him that it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned to him that it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned that it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned that it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned that it was too bad that he lived too far from the restaurant? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how did Samuel feel when Wendy mentioned it was too bad he lived too far from the restaurant? Page of Cups reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, Strength reversed, Knight of Cups, and the World reversed. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, dang. Well, I mean, you see this Knight of Cups here. We know that he never stopped liking you. We know he never stopped having basically a crush on you. That's why I have my little book out, because the first card we have the Page of Cups reversed. What you said, just right off the bat, straight out the door, is likely on his mind at this moment, because the man don't sleep, right? Yeah, this Page of Cups reversed, I need some clarity on, the fuck? Insecurity in romance, emotionally immature person, a shy person, strength reversed, same deal, insecurity in romance, insecurity in love, self-esteem issues, negativity about love. Thank you, book. Want some clarity on this Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this is where I was confused. Because Four of Pentacles reversed is about, like, surrendering and letting go. And I certainly don't sense or feel or see that he's trying to let go of you and the feelings he has for you. The World reversed, present tense. He's still, the chapter isn't closed here. He still has feelings for you. I think this Four of Pentacles reversed is referring to the act of him calling the restaurant itself. He said, I know, right? How far away is it from where I live? Oh, he doesn't know how to use Google? The guy's a nothing rocket scientist. Is he for real? He wants you to look that up? He knows damn well where the restaurant is. He knows damn well where he lives. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be meanie. I'm sorry, that was kind of meanie poo, but you know that's very Page of Cups reversed, Strength reversed. I feel for the guy. I mean, of course, I feel more for you because he had his chance to be with the amazing woman who he still wants to be with, and his insecurity just keeps on holding him back. But he still has this cup of love for you, this cup of affection. Still has, we do have the Page of Cups reversed. I do refer to this as the crush card, but the crush hasn't gone away. He's just like, that was a flirtatious comment. That was a flirtatious. I mean, I'm not. I don't know why that sounded so accusatory, but that was a rather flirtatious comment. You know, it wasn't inappropriate by any means. I think it was very cleanly flirtatious. Like, aw, like too bad, like that we can't, that you don't live closer. Totally clean, totally appropriate, and it really stirred it stirred the water in his cup of emotions, if you know what I mean. He then said that his workload should lessen soon, and I'm like, okay, take a break then. Did he respond to that? Because I did say in that one reading he has thought about it 100% he's fantasized about going on holiday, as the Brits call it, going on holiday to Portugal and meeting you there. But then his stomach starts to churn when he even thinks about going online and looking at airlines. Like, I have every reason to believe that he actually can take the time off and probably has time off saved up. I have every reason to believe that, girlfriend. And I also have every reason to believe, with his like shaky nervousness, this Page of Cups reverse, Strength reverse, that I have every reason to believe that his heart starts to race and he gets nervous, his stomach churns when he even thinks about going on like Airbnb.com or like looking at flights. Like, I believe he already has vacation time. He said he needs to look at the opportunity. That's funny because he called the restaurant for you, almost a week ago? I know he's a busy boy. I know he's got a lot of work to do. But I don't know. I just feel like, especially like he's on the computer all flipping time. Like, I think, here's my theory. I've already given you my theory. I think that he thinks about it. He's not just thought about it once, he thinks about it a lot, but he freaks out when it comes to getting logistics in order. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The desire is there, the fantasy is there, he thinks about you, he dreams of you, he dreams of the opportunity, and then the opportunity, you've just put a ball in his court, honey, again. Not as overtly, but you essentially said, like, it's too bad that you live so far from the restaurant, because I'll be there. You essentially said, if you're in Portugal, I'd love to have dinner with you. You know? You again put the ball in his court, and now his knees are shaking again. I just told him to let me know when he changes the reservation to my name. Yeah. It's chicken. He's a chicken. I really hope that he changes it to your name. This guy's got to get it together. I low-key wish I had his work ethic and abilities. And then I think of, like, how entirely dysfunctional he is in his personal life, and I would take some functionality in my personal life over that. He said he'll call and not to worry. Let's hope so. Let's definitely hope so, girl. Yeah, he said he has no life. He doesn't. He just works. So I'm telling you, like, I have every reason to believe that he has PTO. It's just, again, he just lets it accrue. So that's why I told him to take a break. Yeah. That Four of Swords that came up. He knows he needs to take a break, and he hasn't in a very long time. He has no work-life balance whatsoever. None. So I hope that he can overcome his fears here, because this is a great opportunity for him to take a break, to spend time with you in a foreign land. How romantic. He's got to get it together. You know, the only opportunity, not all great opportunities come in the form of money and work. He's missing out on the rest of life. He makes great money. He has a great job. I'm sure he has a nice place. On paper, it looks like his life's great, right? But the guy's clueless. So I don't want to say don't get your hopes up, because you're a grounded Taurus, and it's tempting to fantasize about those things, about those possibilities. But as I was telling my friend earlier today, she's a Taurus as well, I was like, you're a Taurus, so you're so effing grounded. You don't let things affect you like other folks do. I don't want to rely on him. I need him to just do this one favor for me, and then I'm gonna leave him alone. Do you use ChatGPT or any AI service? They might be able to help you. I bet they have a Solulu for everything. I bet there's some non-Samuel solution where you could bypass him. I have other people I can see out there. There you go. Yeah, and I see no reason for you to not meet new people too. I'm gonna leave him alone. Yeah, balls in it. Yeah, I support you in doing that, Wendy. You just put another ball in his court, and he's not rolling with it as he should be. He just needs to call. That's all. Yeah, and it's like, I know he works all the time, but it's like, shoot, dude, it takes like 5 minutes to go take a wee and wash your hands. It takes 5 minutes to make a phone call and change a name and a reservation. He can't do that for you, like, snappy. Like, small requests like that, I do them immediately, especially if it's someone I like. But I do them immediately because I know that if I don't do them immediately, they'll just be at the bottom of my list of priorities that I need to take care of. Part of me almost feels like he's like letting this like stretch out so that he has more attention from you. I know it's convoluted, but these men are convoluted in their thinking, and there's some women too. Why did he even put it under his name? It creates a weird connection. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. It's created this weird connection between you now, and I feel like he's trying to stretch it out. He could call right now. Well, no, time zone difference, but he could call tomorrow morning. It literally takes less than 5 minutes. I know although it's a really popular restaurant, so maybe it takes a little over. It can't take more than 5 minutes. But that's what I'm talking about. I worry that he's not going to change it, because I worry that it's like what I've talked about with other clients. When a guy likes you, and I know you didn't refute his advances, it was more he just didn't take action, but nothing was consummated between the two of you. And sometimes when that happens, I see this more with men than with women, but sometimes when that happens, they'll say messed up things to us just to get any kind of reaction out of us, or they'll like do a favor that he created something weird. The favor you requested of him was to call the restaurant and make a reservation. I don't know if you specified in your name, but if anybody asked me to do that, do you think I'd put it under my name? Even if it was a San Francisco restaurant, do you think I'd put it under my name? Whose name do you think I'd put it under? He's acting weird. There's some trajectory here. It's making it so that I'm reliant on him. Bingo. That's why I asked if you use ChatGPT or something. Like, they might have, I don't know, a bot might have a better Solulu here. I'm so tempted to just ask my girl right now, like, hey, I've got a client dealing with this issue. Can she just take care of it herself? Because yeah, it's now you in this small way, you've made yourself reliant on him, and he knows that. It's created an extent, that world reverse card. It's created this extended bond between the two of you that he puts very little. He can put little to no effort in. It's almost as though he has no other life, no friends, doesn't date, no social life. I almost wonder if he has a fantasy social life and romantic life in his mind that he lives in. I should ask him if he can set me up on a date. Yeah, girl. Well, you'll likely end up pissing him off if you do. And he will likely not want to call the restaurant. But at the same time, it's like, where are you, bro? Like, can you please, like, hurry up? What are you doing? Like, that was weird behavior from the get-go. It's weird now. Take care of it, dude. Like, or lie to him. Tell him that you are going on a date. You likely will be going on a date. So just say, hey, I'm not, I set it up for 2 for a reason. I'm going on a date. Like, please, I need you to put it under my name. I have a date. I have something scheduled. That would really get his goat. Not like I'm wanting you to get his goat, but some fire's got to be lit underneath his butt. It's gonna be weird to check in under another man. What do you mean? It would be weird to check in under another man? You mean, I'm so confused. What do you mean by that? If your date shows up and it's under Samuel. Oh, right. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Totally. Yeah. They'll be like, who's Samuel? Who's Samuel blah blah blah? And you'll have to explain, oh, it's my coworker. I don't have international calling. I'm from the US and he did me a favor. They would even think that's weird. They would likely be like, and why did he put it under his name? They might even not accept you, girl. If it's a super posh, like, in-demand restaurant. Is that a weird ask of a favor? What, asking Samuel to call? No. Asking someone to make an international... I'm wondering if that was inappropriate of me. No, it wasn't. Maybe the person, but honestly, did you have any other options? Do you know anyone else in Europe who could have called for you? I don't think it was a weird or I don't think it was a weird or inappropriate favor to ask. You want a reservation at this restaurant. You can't make the phone call, so you outsourced. He was happy to. He loves making phone calls. There you go. But I'm still weird. It's still peculiar that he put it under his name. to me, I don't want to, like, villainize him, but I feel like it's definitely self-serving, and it's odd. It's odd behavior to put one's own name when somebody specifically asks you, "Hey, can you make a reservation for me?" As I told you, if somebody asked me, I would go so far as to ask them, and you want it under your name, right? You know? Yeah. When I mentioned this to someone else, they asked if he was planning to go. Oh. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it if you put your name there. I was going to say the only time I would ever do that is if I was planning on attending. If I was if I was invited or was planning on attending. It's very on brand for Samuel. Unfortunately, I was hoping he'd turn a new leaf in some way. Thank you so much, Wendy, for your additional donation, love. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. All right. My second question is, how does Joseph feel about me? He's a new coworker that helped me out yesterday. I don't have his zodiac sign. That's just fine. Let's see. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Is he a hottie? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, how does Joseph currently feel about Wendy? He's cute, but I'm not interested. For sure. Okay. The Star reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Five of Swords. King of Pentacles reversed. And Five of Cups. Okay. Well, you only just met each other, you know? So that can be sometimes hard to read if it's like freshly new. This was just his first impression, and it could have been. His first impression could very well have been. I don't want to say polluted, but like compromised by his feelings of um, jitters, new job jitters. Because I'm seeing, starting with this King of Pentacles reversed, this is someone who, I don't want to say that you make them feel super insecure. but he definitely feels super insecure at this time. I'm for sure getting new job jitters from him, and you are an excellent employee and you're very good at what you do. You're a Taurus, you got it going on. I usually ignore him, but yesterday he offered to help me move my car. Okay. So how long have you known each other then? Because this is not great energy. This is someone who it's very Samuel-esque. And is this guy a rocket scientist too? It's very Samuel-esque energy. Someone who feels insecure with this King of Pentacles reversed. Someone who feels defeated in regards to you for whatever reason. He's been there about a month or so, but I just don't interact. But he's always around and looking. He's got a crush on you, for sure. For sure, he's got a crush on you. And I'm not just saying that because he offered to help you move his car. These are cards of someone who, because we asked how he feels towards you currently, and at this time, I hope this isn't how he feels all the time because it would be a very sad person, but he feels like a loser. He feels like he'll always lose out. He regrets. He has a lot of regrets. Like almost every time he interacts with you, like I have every reason to believe that he might like hide in a closet or go in the bathroom or something and go like say really mean things to him. Like I'm so stupid. Like why did I say that? Like I'm so dumb. Like why did I do that? Why did I say that? Regrets, feeling like he's missing out on you, and feeling as if it's his own fault. Like he's doing the best he can. He feels in order to show you that he's interested in you, but it's just kind of strange and lurky, as you mentioned. He's just kind of you don't interact, yet he's always around and looking, and not really communicating. This Ace of Swords reversed. So the few things that he does communicate with you, I think that he likely thinks like, oh, I was so stupid. Why did I say that? Ace of Swords reverse is also a lack of victory, a lack of a win, a lack of a beginning of at least even an intellectual connection. Yeah, he seems to be lurking and finally tried something yesterday. Exactly. He finally tried taking action. And at this time, that's what the Five of Swords is about. It's feeling as though you took the action you were supposed to take. And there's no guidebook in the realm of wooing someone, recording someone. You do your best and you give it your best shot. And that's what he did. He gave it his best shot. He offered to move your car, and it didn't result in you guys going on a date afterwards, which I'm pretty sure he was fantasizing about. I think this guy's a water sign. He daydreams about you a lot, and yeah, defeat. Five of Swords, Ace of Swords reverses are both cards of feeling defeated. The Star reversed is a card of feeling hopeless. It's also a card of not communicating, not flowing forth one's genuine energies, not letting someone know who you are and how you feel about them. He's a lurker. I was just going to say he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just awkward as hell. And you're not interested and he is, and that's just the case. He has a sweet, shy vibe, but he's not for me. Exactly. He's just not your type, or he's not for you. It's not even about type. It's just, you know intuitively he's not the kind of guy for you. That's perfectly fine. You know the kind of guy who is for you. He's fallen like head over heels for you, girl, with the very minor, the few amount of actual conversations, communicative interactions you guys have had. he's amplified them and has probably like memorized every word you've said to him and can replay it in his mind. Like, he's got such a huge crush on you. I can't stress that enough. I'm not trying to stress it enough, but for someone to feel that hopeless, for someone to feel defeated like that, Ace of Swords reversed and Five of Swords both being defeat cards, that tells me something. You know, you're so welcome. Totally, totally, girl. You're very welcome, and thank you. Thabiso Parazza. There is a person I am interested in. Her name is Melissa. I need clarity that there is any possibility we should be together in the future. Yeah. Thank you so much for your subscription, Thabiso. I think you're new to the channel. If you would like a question, all my donation information can be found at the top of the chat. If you wanted a 5-card reading, that's $7.77. 10 card is $14.14. 15 is $21.21. Unless you use SuperChat, then it's different amounts. We can, and one of the reading suggestions. Well, you're wondering if you guys will be together in the future. So we could just ask that question directly if you were interested. And the queue is open right now. Queue is open, everybody. So that means that whoever donates next will be read for next. And so I'm also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on, who are no longer a part of this earthly realm. If that is a service that you are interested in partaking in, please let me know before sending your donation. I will need to know. I do need to know the name of the person, their relation to you, their date of birth, and their date of passing. A photograph really, really helps, but it's not mandatory. But that's always very helpful. I answer a lot of romance questions, and one of the questions on my menu that I offer is the soulmate confirmation reading. That is pretty self-explanatory. We ask your spirit guides, your angels, your messengers if somebody in your life is indeed a soulmate or not. If the answer is yes, they will answer why. If the answer is no, they will explain why not. Alternatively, we can also just ask your spirit guides and your angels and messengers if they give their blessing towards someone in your life. Also, regarding matters of the heart, I offer this at no additional donation amount, but it's my TFI spread. It answers basically 3 questions in one. Your person's thoughts towards you, their feelings towards you, and their intentions towards you, in addition to your general energies in the connection and their general energies in the connection. So it's very comprehensive, and it's at no additional donation amount. It can be done with a 5-card mini reading, a 10-card full reading, or a 15-card in-depth reading. I also do past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression therapy since I was very, very small, basically as soon as I learned how to read. And those are always fascinating readings to do. They can be asked really with any intent. Hi, Kendra girl. How are you doing, girl? Happy Friday. You came in just at the right time. Because I gotta take off. What time do I gotta take off again? How are you doing? How's your weekend starting off so far? Yeah, I gotta leave at 4:45, so I'm gonna be on for a little bit longer. No, the list is open. That's why I said you came in at the right time. I need to take off. I'm taking off tonight at 4:45, but it's only 4:10, so I'm gonna be on for at least another 30 minutes or so. Yeah, the list is not closed. No. Oh, no. It's open. It's currently open. Kind of had a weird day, so wanted a reading on it. Yeah, for sure. I don't know when the actual full moon happened, but I don't know if you saw it last weekend. Friday, it was so bright. Friday night, my room was like bathed in silver glow. It was beautiful. I'm sorry you had a weird day. Oh, thank you, Kendra. Thank you so much, babes. Did you want a 10 card reading or did you have more than one question? So today was weird at work. It felt like my coworkers want to get rid of my job. So I'm curious, what's the tea, and are my coworkers trying to get rid of me, and if so, why? Wait, you said okay. So clarify what you mean by your coworkers. They want to get rid of your job, like they want to get rid of the position that you have itself. Is that what you mean? Yes, they feel my job isn't needed. I work one on one with a student, and they feel I'm not needed, like the position. What the f? I'm sorry, honey. Okay, yeah, let's see what's up. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her in her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her in her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her in her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her in her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Are Kendra's coworkers trying to get rid of her and her position? We have Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, King of Swords, Eight of Wands reversed, Five of Wands reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Ten of Swords, and Nine of Cups reversed. Dang. There's some not so pleasant energy here. I'll just say it. This is hater energy. There's some haterade here. Well, I don't want to say haterade. It's not like it's not a personal attack against you, Kendra. Um, I hate resorting to this phrase a lot, but hurt people, and I'm getting the sense that these folks, a lot of your coworkers, are unhappy with their position and their lives. You normally don't have to work with them too much, do you? So we have the six of jealousy. Um, yes, they feel my job is. Oh, sorry. It's. I'm not really seeing any jealousy cards so much as like resentful cards. Um, nope. I get to do my own thing and it's easy and I'm good at it. Yeah, but I feel like it's more like coworker. Am I correct in assuming that a lot of these coworkers have been there longer than you? Because that's what I'm feeling. Is I'm feeling like it's not a personal attack against you. It's more like she's only been here for so long. Why does she get a cushy job like that? I want some clarity. Well, I want to just get started with this Six of Pentacles reversed here. We got a lot of Pentacles. Yes, they've been there longer and are old. There we go. There, that's this Queen of Swords reversed, right next to the King of Swords, right next to it. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah. So that it's not like, oh, Kendra's such a doo doo head, like blah blah blah. That feels like jealousy. A little like yeah, there yeah, that envy, jealousy, yeah. Um, bitterness, resentment, I think is a better term for it. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. This happened to me once. I saw someone who had worked at a place that I was working for had far less experience than me, and they had like just the cushiest job, and like I didn't feel jealous of her. She was actually really nice. She's actually a really nice person, but I felt bitter as hell. Felt bitter towards the establishment that to the company I worked for. I felt really resentful, and I wasn't the only one. Um, was that right? No, but I'm a human being. But it wasn't a personal thing. So I think envy's, and I don't think you were trying to say that it was a personal thing, but I just want to clarify it's nothing to do with you as a human being, because they're miserable and probably don't get paid much more than me and have much more work to do. So yes, and when you're older, you tend to have more expenses too. Life just gets more expensive as you get older. Right? Hate to warn you now, Kendra, but it does, as I'm sure you've noticed already in your life. Um, they likely have children, families to feed. Um, more, debts, mortgages, and yeah, you haven't done anything. Exactly. So it's resentfulness. That's the energy I'm getting primarily. The Six of Pentacles here. Um, yeah, you are valued. You are valued as an employee. It's not that they don't think that you're good at your job. Um, you're free as a bee and you live it. Yeah. It's not that they think you're not, and it's not that they think you're not good at it. That's the other thing is going back to. Sorry to go back to my situation in which I was on the other end of this stick. I saw that the young lady who they hired was very good at what she was doing. I was working literally interning and working for her position for years. And I think I know why she got her position over me. I'm not going to get into it because it's going to get really messy. But either way, she was good at what she did. She was a nice lady, nice girl. And that's the energy I'm getting is they don't dislike you. It's not a personal thing. And I don't think you thought it was, but they're they feel like they're there's no upward mobility at that job, at least for them. Um, and at the very least, if there's no upward mobility in a job, they would like to have a position at the job that pays decently, or at least the same. But if it pays the same and there's no upward mobility, then a cushier job they feel should go to someone with seniority, which just isn't the case. There's always there's a multitude of factors to take into consideration. First one being you're effing good at what you do. But when a human being is in a state of financial and career stagnation and bitterness, and then envy, that it goes in that direction. It's going in this ugly direction. Then we got this Seven of Pentacles, which in the traditional artwork is a dude watching. He's just planted a plant and he's watching it grow. Seven of Pentacles, when it comes to work, is like evaluating someone's progress. They're evaluating, I think, on their own, even though they're not your superiors. I think they're at a point where they're starting to evaluate your performance, and they do see. This is why we have this Five of Wands reversed underneath. They are conflicted because they see that you do a good job, and I think that even adds like flame to the fire. Because there's nothing worse than feeling jealous. Honestly, it's an embarrassing feeling. I think, as Scylla once said, jealousy should be a compass to navigate what you want to manifest in your life. And I love that. Use jealousy as a compass to manifest what you want to happen in your life. Not coveting someone else's thing, but making it happen in your life. Well, that in this situation, that's going to be hard for these people because it's one position and you've got it, So they like me but are envious that I have it easy. 100%. That's this conflict. They've got this inner conflict here. Like, she's a nice, and it sounds just like my situation. Like, she's really, 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 really nice. Like, I even remember her name. I remember getting lunch with her. She was hella nice. I couldn't hate her. I didn't hate her. Did I still feel resentful about the fact that they gave her the job and not me? 100%. In fact, I called that era of my life my Five of Swords era. I felt I did everything right here. Everything right. And I still had to walk away defeated. And she's nice. And she's pretty. And she's good at what she does. I would have slaved too, but of course, I'd been there for years. I'd worked there for free, and I felt betrayed by the company, and that's where I feel their direction. They should be directing their anger is more like, if there is this cushy job, why was it not offered to us? And the real reason is likely because they weren't fit for the job. That's why they outsourced and looked for someone new. I earned this ease, though. Exactly. Like, I worked for it, but people can't fathom that. Exactly. They're blind to that. They're blinded to that right now with their envy and their bitterness. They're feeling with this Ace of Swords reverse. Ace of Swords reverse has come up multiple times today, which is really weird because the Ace of Swords is upright is actually my card that I pulled for myself today. But the Ace of Swords reversed is often indicative of having a difficult time expressing one's thoughts or even processing one's thoughts in a cohesive manner. Definitely not communicating them in a cohesive manner. And then furthermore, we have this Three of Swords reversed right underneath. It's very similar to this Five of Wands reversed energy, where it's like there is this inner conflict. There is this inner conflict within them where they are disappointed and hurt that they didn't get a cushy, that they weren't offered the position that you have, that you earned, that we will repeat, that you earned legitimately. They're in a position where they're so deeply entrenched in this bitterness and unhappiness in their lives and their work. They can't fathom why the job wasn't offered to them and why your company interviewed someone new and brought someone new onto the team. I'll repeat it, because none of them were qualified. they wanted someone new because they had a meeting about it, and they said, yeah, there's no one on the team that would be good for this. They're possibly too stuck in their ways. We need someone with a fresh set of eyes. There's a multitude of reasons, but there was a reason why they needed to find someone outside of their own employee team, and you were one of their candidates, and you were the chosen one. You earned it. You were chosen, and that's hard for them to contend with, because they feel, on one hand, they're looking at it as, she's so young, she's so underqualified, we have all this experience, but she's really, really, really nice. Like, they legit have that quandary within them. Like, they don't want to feel bitter about this, but they can't help but feel that way. You're a lovely lady. They know that. And here we go. Queen of Swords reversed. The bitter bee, the resentful. These folks are really resentful. And to the point where they want to see either your position gone or you gone, with this Ten of Swords. Thankfully, they don't have that power, they don't have that sway, they don't have that influence. So they can jibber jabber all they want amongst themselves. So long as they're not bullying you, you are valued, love. You have this King of Swords. I feel like this is your boss. You are definitely valued. There's a reason why you're there. There is a reason. This was actually my card the other day, the Aquarius Court card. But there's a logical reason why you are there. They needed you, and you were the best fit. And this, sadly, not sadly, I mean, it, in effect, it consequently, upset and disappointed. Three of Swords reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, disappointed quite a few people who have been there for a long time. They may have even, I don't even think they were offered the position. Honestly, I think that the board, or I think the supervisors, your supervisors got together, had a meeting, and even said to themselves, like, there's nobody that we currently have on the team that would fit this position, so we need to put an ad out for this position. No one fits the bill, because that would have been so much easier than bringing on a new person, because it takes a lot to onboard a new employee. Most places would rather promote someone that is within the company, that's been there for a while, knows the ropes, etc. But even though they knew the ropes and they've been there for a while and had earned their flowers, so to speak, that that does not make them qualified. That is not a qualified candidate make. Just because someone has longevity and knows what they're doing doesn't mean that they know what you're doing in your position. So you earned this, and you're strong. Keep it. You've got a great head on your shoulders. Don't let these folks get to you. Do your best not to let it get to you. It is nothing personal, but we do have that stupid monkey brain that has that jealousy button in us, and it's been pushed, not by you, but by the situation. And they're just bitter and unhappy people, and so long as they don't start bullying you, girl, then we got a problem. But if they're just saying some BS, you keep your head held high. When they go low, we go high. We'll see what happens. Either way, whatever happens is meant to be. Precisely. Absolutely. No, I don't think they're taking the job because they hate, but I do think they're envious of my light. Yeah, no, they're not trying to take your job. They're just, yeah, they're envious of your light. They're envious that it's not, that they don't have the position, which is silly because, yeah, you have a cushy job, but it has its challenges. I have no doubt. that you face, and you know, even the cushiest jobs still have those, and they don't know those, or maybe they do, but I don't know. I just feel like this job and is a very good fit for you, and as much as they, you know, not seeing you in this position would allow them to like be blinded to the reality of their resentfulness, it wouldn't help anything because this position is still necessary. You're still necessary, and I'll repeat it. Even if they do try and suggest to your superiors that your position be removed, no one's going to listen to them because they adore you. Your work is great, and you're doing a great job, and they don't want to lose you. So yeah, no one's got the influence to convince anyone otherwise that you're not supposed to be there. So yeah, just bitter Bettys, bitter folks. Sorry you're dealing with that, but you definitely have the upper hand. You've got your superiors are totally on your side. Will continue to be on your side, and they got your back. Yeah, revel in the fact in the beauty of your job, which I know you do. Can I send again to look more into why they're jealous or envious? Let's see, it's 4:31. I need to take off at believe 4:46. Sorry, give me one. I just need to see what time I need to leave. I can do one mini reading, Kendra. Yeah, I can do one mini reading, no problem. So the donation queue is closed except for Miss Kendra K. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you. So you just want to ask, hey Felicia, welcome, honey. So how do you want me to ask the question? How should we ask this question? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, why are Kendra's coworkers jealous of her? Page of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed again, Four of Pentacles reversed, and Queen of Wands reversed. Girl, Queen of Wands reversed is literally my jealousy card. I thought I kept on seeing the Queen of Wands when I was shuffling, but it was actually the High Priestess, but I'm not even joking. Queen of Wands reversed is jealousy. For sure. It is jealousy. It is a jealous person. It is someone who is comparing one in a more specific sense. For real, you know too, right? Yeah, that's literally jealous. So this is so wild. It's not wild. I mean, tarot is just so fascinating. This is no coincidence here, you know. But what I want to elaborate with the Queen of Wands reverse is it's not just jealousy and envy. It's also comparison, which is what envy and jealousy is. We're comparing ourselves to someone else and what they have or what they do or something about them, right? They're and oftentimes it's indicative of comparison of journeys. As I mentioned, or as we talked about, you're younger. You're one of the younger people there, working there. You've been there for a less amount of time than a lot of the people that are currently working there. So they're looking at your journey, comparing it to their own, where they've been stuck there for years, and you just pop in with your fabulous little self and get this great position. They're feeling thwarted. They're feeling thwarted, and they feel. I want some clarity here with this Page of Pentacles reversed. Remember how I told you that they felt like you were a nice person? They do like you. You are a nice lady. They feel like you. They do think you're a nice girl, but they feel like you didn't earn this. I love this book. It has career and finance meetings. Career meetings. Page of Pentacles reversed. Someone who got success without earning it. Success without work. They feel like you didn't earn this position. It's not that they feel like you're bad at the position. They feel like you didn't earn it. And they feel like this was a position that should have been earned and not interviewed for. But you did earn it. This is so stupid. Like, interviews are work. Trust and believe. Then we have this ugly Seven of Swords here. Yeah, they feel jealousy at work. Upright career meaning jealousy at work, gossip. And they also feel deceived by their superiors. They feel like they were like misled. I have every reason to believe that they weren't even told about this position, but I could be wrong. The other instance is they were told about your position before they interviewed for you. And certain people interviewed and they found that nobody who worked there was appropriate for the job. That's effed up. I'm sorry, honey. People are just haterade. And then this Ace of Swords reversed, they feel like they've lost out on a victory that you gained that is, again, they feel unearned. They feel like it was this was something that you didn't work for. And they, not all of them, but some of them do actually want to see you go. I think I mentioned that in the last reading. I don't think I clarified that it's not everybody wants to see you go, but there's a few folks out of this contingency that are thinking that way. Like, not even so much of the fact like if she leaves I'll get her job. It's more like if she leaves I don't have to feel this bitterness and jealousy and resentment because I won't see her every day. But again, they have no authority, they have no sway, they have no influence over that happening, over your job being getting rid of your job or getting rid of you. It's not happening. At least not anytime soon. No plans for it. They need you. They want you. The only people who don't want you there are just the people that don't matter. So, that's what I'm seeing there. The only people who are feeling this way are specifically, just bear in mind, they're people who don't matter. And mind over matter. If they don't matter, then we don't mind. What was the card next to Queen of Wands? That was the Four of Pentacles reversed. How I said that some of them would like to see you gone. Not all of them, but a small part of the contingency of people would like to see you go. But they have no influence over that or power over that happening. no matter what they say or anything. It's not happening soon. Your job needs you and wants you. So that's what that card was indicating. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kendra. Thank you all so very much. I gotta run, because I'm not totally ready. Much love and light to you. Shabbat shalom, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.